What's up, everybody? I'm here at Carolina Bully Farms today, and I was going to go over a kind of a nutritional video. I get a lot of questions about people when they buy puppies from us, or even if they haven't got them from us, they'll ask different questions about what we feed them. When's a good time to start this supplement or that supplement? How you get them so fat, or how you get them so muscular, whatever the different terms are. It's nice taking day 2 months breaking the kiddie pool out. Gypsy's in line. She's waiting for it. And Chuck, he's dying to get in it. Side note. It's looking great. Oh, no, you're fine. Speaking of Chuck, Tiny is very, where you at, babe? Tiny is very pregnant with chunk puppies. She's still got about 2 more weeks left, but she's about to pop already. So anyway, what I was going to talk about was we feed ours plain old dog chow. Mom, if you could throw me my water. It's down here somewhere in my jug. Sorry.
Here, hold this. I'll get it.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Our videos are kind of raw. But what I was going to say is you can look at all of ours. They all eat the same thing. We free feed Purina dog chow to the ones, 10 months or a year. We start somewhere in there and up. And then the ones under that, we do Purina puppy chow, just a plain old blue bag. And, they all have their different look because it's how they're bred. Like Cookie, for example, she's a little butterball. She's thick. She's got, a lot of muscle on her, but there's a lot of fat over top of that muscle, ain't there, Cookie? Yes, yeah, there are. But she's a bulky, girl. That's how she's bred. That's what we wanted. She's thick and bully and compact. Got that excellent head. I mean, she's gorgeous. And you can look at another one. Where'd she go? Lucy. Lucy is shredded to the bone. I mean, just layers and layers of muscle. She looks like a bodybuilder. She's probably one of the most muscular dogs I've ever seen. And, everybody's somewhere in between. Look, here's Big Mo Money at almost 11 years old and still looking bully and thick and muscular. I mean, he's the best of both worlds. One of the best ever, ain't that right, Big Mo? Hey, Big Paw Paw. He's still so gorgeous, Buggy. Such a beautiful stud. I mean, he changed the bully game. He changed our lives. He was just a gift from God. Aren't you, Buggy? You are something. But back on track. All of ours eat the same thing, and they're all bred to have different looks because we appreciate all of the different styles and looks of bullies. And where's Kiki at? Yeah, Kiki. They're all, and Tiny's a bad example right now because she's just morbidly pregnant. But bullies have, their main thing is digestion and skin health, and those two are closely linked. If they're having skin trouble, it's usually because their stomach, their digestive system is messed up, and that's what's causing them their problems. They don't need tons and tons of protein. Protein's bad for their skin looks. You made me a glass of BCAAs. You're the best. Thank you, babe. She knows how to make it, too. I like mine kind of thick. This is how I try to drink 2 gallons of water a day, and the only way that happens is with some flavor in it. But they, they don't need, tons of protein. I mean, I know people see how muscular they are and they think that's, they need a lot of protein. But their genetics just turns, it just turns what they eat into muscle. That's how they're bred. They're not, you need protein if you're really active. If they're tearing down their muscle. Oh, thank you, babe. If they're tearing down their muscles, then they need protein to recover. And none of ours do that. We don't do any hard work. Whatever exercise they get is just them out here playing. So, if you're gonna, you look on the back of the bags of dog food, you see that it's, 30% protein or 35 or whatever high percentage is now, or giving the dogs protein powder and protein supplements in general. It's a bad idea unless your dog is a police trained dog, or, you're doing weight pulling with them and stuff like that they need it to recover. And it's going to mess with their stomach. It's going to make it hard for them to digest, and their poop's going to be messed up, and their skin's going to start to look bad. What's that, Mom? Right, yeah. And so they just don't need that. Same as, the weight gaining supplements. People will try to feed them, throw them in extra raw meat or, stuff like that. They don't really need that because dogs need consistency. You know, don't feed them this thing this day and this thing this day, because their body needs to be used to how they go about breaking stuff down. So the main thing is feeding them stuff to keep it consistent and healthy, something they like to eat. I don't do any measured out foods. We just let them eat as much as they want. They know how much they need. And Sweet Money's the only one we've ever had to cut back, because she was just, you know, just kept eating and eating and eating and getting overweight, actually overweight. Not like you, Cookie. You're a sexy kind of overweight, huh? But you can see she's got that gorgeous shiny, well, it's dirty, but shiny black coat, and that comes from her not getting too much protein. You know, that's just how bullies are. I mean, there's a lot of good companies out there. One, we used to be sponsored by Bully Max, and the reason we kind of parted ways was I think the way, and not to say anything negative about Bully Max, they do care about the breed and they're a good company, but, you know, people that misunderstand their advertisement think that that can build muscle on the dogs. And really, the one I like from the Bully Max is the original, and it's more focused on joint health and skin health. And that's something great if you want to give your dogs an extra supplement, is give them something for their joints and their skin. That's what they need. That's where their issues are genetically. You know, when you get the kind of the way some of their products look, it's like it builds all this crazy muscle and makes them, you know, just layer and layer muscle on. If you think about it with common sense, and they're not the only company, you know, all these companies that sell that type of stuff do that. You know, if you go into the GNC store and you decide that you're going to buy you tons and tons of, or just not even tons and tons, you buy you a men's one a day, that's not going to make you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger without going to the gym. You know, I mean, even taking steroids ain't going to do that if you sit at home and do nothing, and it's unhealthy if you sit at home and do nothing. So is excessive, you know, protein and stuff like that. So it's just all about how they're bred, you know. Same thing as their head shape. You know, you're not going to have a dog that Cookie, you're just putting on a little show. You're not going to be able to make a dog's muzzle shorter and head bigger and all by how they're fed, you know. So the main thing, if you want to know what to feed them and what's working good for them, anytime you switch foods up, you need to give them a month to let them fully adjust to it. You want to look at their skin first. Their skin, you know, make sure their coat's shiny, no dandruff or flakiness, not losing hair, getting those bald spots. And then look at their bowel movements. You know, if they're getting some runny poop or not enough poop, they need to have the consistent, hard poop every day. Not tons of it. You know, they don't need 4 piles in there a day. You know, a couple turds in the morning and in the evening is about it for what you're looking for on that side. As far as other supplements go, or dog foods, you know, you don't have to go with the real high-end dog food for them to be able to eat it. People think that, you know, you want to hear, oh, it's got all these green vegetables in it, it's all wheat, or it don't have any wheat, or whatever. And it sounds good because you know what's healthy for humans. But dogs are different, you know, and they can't really break down vegetables. It's not what is, the dogs aren't meant to eat vegetables. It's not something that's, you know, they're meat eaters. So that being said, we feed dog chow. It's got all kinds of random ingredients in it, but it's been around for a long time, and the company's good at making it to where the dogs can break them down. But don't get too caught up in avoiding, you know, that, I forget how they have it labeled on the stuff now, but oh, it's got carrot servings in it, it's all whole grains or no whole grains or whatever all that stuff is, because, you know, it might sound good or it being more expensive. You know, you got to listen to what your dog needs, and the best ways to go about that is their skin and their how their poop looks. So if they're eating it, you know, if they're not eating much, that's a problem too. People always ask about puppies. Oh, well, I do a half scoop in the morning and a half scoop in the evening. Puppies need to be able to eat as much as they want to eat because they're growing fast, and you can hold their development back if you don't, you know, feed them enough, period. And that's pretty much it. Just keep it simple, you know. Don't think you can make your dog something it's not by food. There's no supplement or anything that's going to change that. You know, looking at the parents, its grandparents, and see, you know, it's not that someone's feeding them something that you're not. It's just how the dog's bred to be. So, you know, I mean, I can take all the supplements in the world, and I'm never going to turn into Shaquille O'Neal or be tall enough to be a good basketball player. You know, same thing with the dog. You can't recreate how they're genetically made up. But I'll cut it off here. I'm trying to get some more videos cranked out since the weather's starting to get nice. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe, and God bless.